again, beautiful beings of light. Speaking of light, I'm very bright on YouTube. I don't know if that's going to get better or go away, but I accept it as it is. So welcome everyone on Facebook, welcome everyone on YouTube to another epic live at 5:55. Today I am really deep diving into quantum physics. Of course, if I tell all of you that I'm diving into quantum physics, you might not want to watch the video, but it's going to be very easily digestible. I'm going to give you some of the headlines that I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to talk about detox. This is a great time to detox. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Schumann resonance, just kind of give you guys an update, what's going on with the vibrational frequency. I'm going to be talking about waking up. What does it mean to wake up? What does it mean to break through the matrix? What does it mean to be a human on the planet right now at this time? What's going on? We're going to get into it. I'm also going to be talking about collapsing and converging timelines. Collapsing and converging timelines. That's what's happening. Past lifetimes are coming up. Future selves, past selves, things are just collapsing left, right, and center. And because it's time, it's a little bit untangible. So we're going to be talking about time a little bit and what that may mean for all of you. And then also going to be talking a little bit about memory and how memory doesn't really exist in the way that we have perceived it existing before. So we're going to talk about that. Hey, from Dallas. And then I want to talk about hopping into other parallel timelines. I think this is really cool. I just went through a past life regression and I went into a past lifetime where I had literally the trippiest and most astounding Mandela Effect switch happen to me ever. I mean, I thought my lifetime right now is pretty trippy and there's a lot of Mandela effects happening, but this is like tops it all. This just happened fresh off of the channel just yesterday that I channeled this crazy Mandela Effect switch. So I'm definitely going to be talking about that. And then, really super special, right after this live video, it could be 45 minutes, could be half an hour, could be an hour, who knows, but right after this live video, I am going to be hopping into another live video, just with myself, and I'm going to be talking all about the Amazon. Let's get into it. Is it a conspiracy? Is there something else happening here? Is there something that we're not seeing? What does Mother Gaia say about this? What does the Galactic Federation say about this? Should we be worried? Are we seeing apocalyptic signs? Just the other day, I channeled a tsunami that was going to hit. So who knows, right? I mean, I didn't really channel it. It was a dream, but I do listen to my dreams. So right after this video, I'm going to be hopping into another live video all about the Amazon and what's going on with the Amazon and what we need to know about the Amazon, okay? So, and that's going to be a straight channel because I don't do any external research. I really don't know what's going on out there in the world. So let's channel Mother Gaia. Let's talk to Mother Gaia. Let's see how she's doing because that's the first, being that we should really be going to. And then let's go over to the Galactic Federation and see what they think about the Amazon fires and maybe a little bit of pushback from the Illuminati, those reptoids, Dracos, whatever. I think it's really important that we know, should we be worried? Should we be doing something about this? Should we be, what should we be doing, right? How can we help Mother Gaia at this time during the Amazon fires? So once again, that's going to be another video right after this live video. So stay tuned and I'll probably be on for about an hour and a half. Okay, so keep all of that in mind. Let's get started. First of all, as per usual, where are you guys from in the world and how have you been doing this past week? Give me a little overview of, have you been good? Has time been going by? Have you been abundant? Have you been suffering? And where are you from? So we've got Eileen from Las Vegas, we've got BC, California, hey John, Burlington, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Poland, hey, I'm Polish, by the way, what else, Colorado, okay, Singapore, Maryland, North Carolina, South Dakota, SoCal, awesome, Ontario, hey Lauren, what else, over here on Facebook, we've got Virginia, We've got Brazil. Where else are you guys from? Hello. Welcome, everyone. Hamilton. Hey, Lisa. What else? Yeah, huge gravity shifts. Hey, Rob. Nice joining during the live video. Love to see my family members a part of this. And I'm sure my mom's also watching. Hey. Lots of doors opening. I really feel like the polarity is still shifting. I really feel like things are getting really good and then really bad, and, family member, there's issues blowing up, there's freak accidents. Someone told me today that, their friend who has been in and out of methadone or methamphetamine or whatever, in and out of drugs, he's had like 65 of his friends die, or he's gone to like 65 funerals in the past 3 years. I mean, things are happening, guys. Like people are choosing to exit off the planet because they can no longer hold the vibration of this planet anymore. And that actually leads me to the Schumann resonance. What is the vibrational frequency of the planet this week and today? I love how YouTube, the light just keeps going in and out, and it's just crazy. So today, right now, right before I went on live video, the Schumann resonance was 26 hertz is the Schumann resonance right now at this time. For those of you who don't know, the Schumann resonance is just the vibrational frequency measurement, blah, 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 of the planet Earth. Yesterday, we had a 9-hour on and off basically feud of about 40 hertz spiking. Okay, just to put it into perspective, the neutral zone or the natural hertz frequency on the planet is about 7. Okay, and yesterday we had 9 hours of the Schumann resonance spiking to 40. Some people feel like life gets easier for them when the Schumann resonance spikes. Some people feel really tired. Some people feel really challenged and triggered. And to be honest, I've kind of felt all of the above with the Schumann resonance spiking. Some days I'm feeling like, wow, this feels really great. And then other days I'm feeling, man, I'm so tired. I don't want to do anything at all. So this is a time to listen to your intuition. I cannot tell you enough. All of the signs are going to be so apparent, but you have to listen to the signs. You have to be open to the signs in order to learn your lessons before it gets bad. Okay, it's really important. And so I believe that we all have to go through an ego death at this time. I believe it's super important that we get rid of our old paradigm. We shift out of our old autopilot program. I believe that is so important. And and then sorry, I just thought of something else. And so we need to shift. We need to break down our old ego, and we can have an ego death without going through the torture of a car accident, of losing our job. But we can mitigate that kind of polarity switch if we're just listening to the signs. Once again, it all comes down to quieting your mind and listening. Oh, I keep stubbing my toe. Instead of just keep going through life, ask yourself why you keep repeating the same cycles and the same patterns. Okay, it's super important. And what I just thought of is literally in my last live video last Monday, I guess, about a week ago, I had someone comment, and it literally made my entire month. Like, you know how people say, like, oh, that made my day. Like, this made my entire month and probably beyond. So I have to mention it. I don't always go through all of my comments in my live videos because it is a lot, but I sometimes, I intuitively go through them. So a couple of days ago on the weekend, I felt really intuitively drawn to check into my last live video. And the first comment, you guys can actually go to the live video and check it out, or the last video that I had on YouTube, check it out. The first comment on the video was, I guess it was this mother, this woman who messaged, and she's probably watching now, so hey, and thank you so much, Brandon, for that super chat, super appreciated. And so she commented, and she says, oh my goodness, Elizabeth, I was watching your live video, live, right? I was watching you live, and my 5-year-old daughter walks into the room, and she points at the screen, and she says, Mom, she says, that woman isn't a human. No, she says, Mom, that woman is an alien. She's just wearing a pink human suit. What? A 5-year-old literally walks into the room, points at the screen, and says, Mom, that lady is an alien. She's just wearing a pink suit or whatever, pink human suit. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. Like, these children these days, they are so next level. They get it. I mean, they love my art, which is all about aliens and kind of weird, trippy stuff. So I just want to say to all of the mothers, fathers, all of the people out there, thank you for watching my videos. This is the reason why I am no longer swearing. And I know it's great because it really sharpens the reality, but I want to reach the younger generations. They are ready for what I have to say. So I really want to be able to have this be a kids show. It's kind of weird, but you know, they get it. They don't have to understand what quantum physics is, but they understand vibration, and it's a vibrational frequency that is being emitted as you watch this live video, right? So I just want to say thank you to all the parents who kind of play this live video and have their kids watch and all of that great stuff. So really fantastic. I also want to mention a couple of quick things. Oh yeah, so on Thursday, this Thursday, I have a live video with Rex Bear, Leak Project. You guys know, you love him. And I'm going to be back there this Thursday, hopefully around 8 or 9 p.m. PST. I think that's kind of what we're thinking. Of course, he's always 10 minutes late. Like, let's not get into it. But we are going to be talking about the ancient Mayan artifacts that I just channeled, and we're going to be disclosing all of the information related to that, and probably whatever else we want to talk about, maybe some remote viewing, who knows, but definitely check that out this Thursday. Also, I totally dropped the ball last Saturday. And I did not, I didn't do my Tai Chi video, which is so silly because I actually got up and did Tai Chi. So I didn't do my Tai Chi live video. I'm so sorry, guys. I will be back this Saturday. Okay, fingers crossed. Oh, shoot. I just remembered I'm going to be traveling in San Diego. Oh my goodness. Okay, I may still make it. So please keep it in mind that this Saturday, I'm pretty sure it's going to be okay. And we're just there for one night. Yeah, so I think I'm going to be making it this Saturday at 9 a.m. Okay, Tai Chi video. I'm really learning the power of the movements. Okay, so if you really want some moving meditation, wow, it really just sets your day off in the right direction. So, I mean, it's a free video. Why not, right? So 9 a.m. PST, which is 11 a.m. EST. So keep that in mind. And then thank you guys so much for, of course, watching this. As always, I mean, I wouldn't be doing what I do if I didn't have people who understood what I do and what I talk about. So I just want to say a big shout out to each and every one of you. Please, if you're on Facebook, go ahead and follow me on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Once again, you know, you get to keep updated on all the information, content, great stuff being channeled from the universe. And then also super chats are always appreciated, especially live. So if you are resonating with the content, I always love seeing the little thumbs up, the little comments, you know, even just an yes and an exclamation mark. It just really helps me understand that you guys are right there with me. Same thing with the super chats. Really helps me understand what really resonates with you guys. And if you're really feeling it, I always accept and appreciate and love that donation. So thank you guys. And then the last thing I want to mention is two more things, is the teachers membership. Okay, so it's just $11 a month every single week. I've got epic new content. I've got a secret live at 5:55 on Thursdays on the teachers membership page, and then I have also an exclusive Q&A session every Sunday based on that week's topic. So these Monday live sessions are great, but I dive even deeper every single Thursday on the membership page. Once again, just $11 a month. It's literally a no-brainer. People love it. And there's homework every week that's also assigned, and tarot cards pulled, and all of that great stuff. So definitely check that out. And then I'm also going to be opening things up for the group session. And thank you so much, Richard, for the super chat. Really awesome. Really appreciate it. So the group sessions, I'm doing 10 people in a group together twice a week. It's going to be epic. It's always epic. It's literally mind-blowing. People absolutely love it. And if you have 2 really pressing questions, then you can join for a really reasonable, really cheap rate for an hour and a half worth of information. So definitely keep that in mind. Every Tuesday and every Sunday, I have a group session because I am getting away from the one-on-one sessions. But that being said, I am opening up one-on-one sessions for a 24-hour period on Monday, September 1st. Okay? All right, so now we can get to the information. Thank you guys for listening to that. I know you guys hate it, and some people get really triggered that, I promote myself, but guys, I don't really make any money doing this, you know what I mean? So it's kind of important for me to reach all of you and go deeper with all of you in the ways that I can, and, live a good life, while I do it as well, or just survive and pay my taxes, right? I mean, let's be real. Okay. So first thing I want to mention is it's time to detox. It is time to detox. If you've ever thought about a juice cleanse, if you've ever thought about intermittent fasting, if you've ever thought about colonics, if you've ever thought about cupping, if you've ever thought about the acupuncture, if you've ever thought about, I don't know, doing like a supplement cleanse or whatever, do it. Now is the time. Please, please, please. September is an amazing month to go ahead and do a detox, do a cleanse. Your body will thank you for it. Your soul will thank you for it. Your vibration will thank you for it. I know that in a lot of ways, I am a mirror of society, which is great because I get to tell you all where society is at based on how I'm feeling. But also likewise, it could be really shitty because I'm just on the roller coaster ride with everyone else. And what I've been really intuitively drawn to recently is detox, detox, detox. I'm not typically a detox kind of person. Like, I don't have a major detox every 3 months. I probably should, but this is the time. In the past week, I have gotten cupping done, like all over. It was really painful, but so good. I also got a colonics, they like basically flush your butt. I did that for the first time ever. That was really amazing. You would be really surprised at what comes out of you. Not going to get into that, but that was so good. I felt so liberated, so much lighter, so much clearer, all the brain fog gone, right? So please, go out and detox yourself. Go out and detox your body at a physical level. It really needs that because you are purging and clearing your soul at a spiritual, metaphysical level. Okay, awesome. Okay, so I want to talk about waking up. Like, what exactly is waking up? And then what are all the things that we need to be aware of when waking up? I always love the term waking up because it can be perceived as, what? I mean, I'm awake, I'm here. Like, what do you mean waking up? Like, I'm alive, I'm awake, I'm not sleeping. But at the same time, you may just be sleeping and you may not even realize it. Most likely, if you're watching this, you're probably not sleeping, but it's really good to keep in mind. So I consider waking up breaking through the matrix. That's what I consider waking up. Okay, so when you wake up, you start breaking through the matrix. Okay, then let's go a little bit deeper. So what is the matrix, right? If we're like, okay, so waking up is breaking through the matrix, so then what is the matrix? How do you define the matrix? Most people only really understand the matrix as that movie trilogy that was super epic and really resonated with you in a really strange way, right? I define the matrix as a construction of our reality, including the universe. And this is really important to understand, okay? Once again, I define the matrix as a construction of our reality containing the universe. So when I say, okay, so you're waking up out of your reality or you're waking up into a new reality, I'm not just talking about, the reality of your existence and life here with your home and your friends and your family members and your job and your to-dos and your whatever. I'm talking about your reality as the entire universe. This entire universe is, I believe, a part of that matrix construction. I believe that we can actually surpass and redefine the limitations of this matrix reality. I believe that the typical laws of physics do not have to apply to us when we wake up and break through this reality, this prison planet, okay? And the concept of a prison planet. I mean, this is one of the first concepts that I got introduced to when waking up, and awakening myself. And there's a lot of fear. We're being controlled. We're being manipulated. We're being put into this matrix or karma trap, all these different fear things. Doesn't mean that those things don't exist. It just means how deep are you going to attach yourself to those realities, and how much are you going to understand it for what it is without reaction so that you can surpass it. And thank you so much, Sharma, for that wonderful super chat. Really appreciate that. So surpassing it. So once again, waking up is breaking through the matrix. The matrix is a construction of our reality, including the entire universe, okay? Not just our closest reality. And then breaking through the matrix, right? So as we break through the matrix, we wake up. As we wake up and break through the matrix, we end up mastering the matrix. It's not like, ta-da! Life is different. Ta-da! I'm here now. Now what? It's not just that. It's mastering the matrix. So the real question, right? Keep digging, keep digging, keep digging. The real question is, how do we master the matrix? How do we understand that, sure, we live in a binary matrix reality, right? No matter if you're Palladian or you're human, you're going to always deal with light and dark. Cool. That's always going to exist. We live in a binary universe, okay? We need to realize that these things are always going to be there. The concept of a prison planet, the concept of karma as a dark source, the concept of a physical body being a limitation of this individual reality. It's always going to be there. We're always going to be put in these perceivable limitations. So how do we break through the matrix? How do we master this reality? How do we master this matrix reality? Super important. So, two main things. I've said these kind of things before, maybe not in the same sort of ways, but I want to re-mention these things for all of you, okay? All right. Two things. One, I've said it before. How do you become your own God? How do you understand that you have the keys to the prison planet that we're all living on? You take full responsibility. You take full and utter responsibility no matter what, right? So say, for example, I can't believe my boss would fire me. I can't believe he did that to me. He knows that I have a family. He knows that I have bills to pay, Okay, hold on. But why did I get fired? Okay, because, he didn't like the work that I was doing. Okay, well, where have I seen this pattern before? Oh, well, I've had partners and relationships and friendships and other bosses be disappointed by the work that I do. So why do I constantly repeat this pattern of disappointment? Oh, okay, maybe because I don't believe that I can do the work that's appropriate to their standards, because I feel like I'm not good enough. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're going to those deeper levels, right? Taking responsibility isn't just saying, okay, cool, I did it, bye, I'm leaving, on to the next. It's not about that. Taking responsibility in your reality, it means getting to those deeper levels and realizing that every single thing you attract, a bird pooping on your head, something that seems completely unrelated, something that seems completely natural and organic and completely out of your control, you created. This is a video game that we are all living in, and you have the programmable controller to decide, okay, I'm drinking water. Okay, I'm walking outside. Okay, I'm aligning to this vibration. Okay, this is who I am today. You're deciding in every moment, and through those conscious decisions, you are attracting what you're projecting. That's it. You are attracting what you're projecting. And if you're saying, no, that wasn't me, but oh, that great thing, that promotion, that was me. Oh, my child's birth, that was definitely me. Oh, but the getting fired from my job, that wasn't me. Oh, my wife not loving me, that's all her. That's her issue, not mine. Take responsibility. It's so easy for us to take responsibility over things that are great. I'm feeling awesome today, right? It's easy for you to take responsibility when life is easy. It's really difficult for us all to take responsibility when life gets challenging, when life gets difficult. If you want the keys to your own prison, first take responsibility over everything. If you want to step into your power and become your own God, and God in the way that you are just programming your next move and your next attraction and your next manifestation, right? If you want to do that, if you want to be in full control, which I recommend that you guys all are, then you have to start taking responsibility. Okay. The second thing that I want to recommend in waking up, breaking through the matrix, and essentially mastering the matrix is, dun, 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 dun. If I were to put it into one word, it would be equanimity. And equanimity, or being equanimous, is the state of observing everything as what it is without reaction. Someone pinches your arm. No reaction. There's, there's unfortunately maybe like a homicide or a stabbing outside. No reaction, right? And a lot of the times in being a human, it's almost perceived as negative when we don't have reaction to things, And a lot of the times people are looking for reaction from us. I mean, what do you think all of those reality TV shows are for? What do you think all of those, TV shows in general, mass media are for? It's for the reaction of the emotion, right? Things in life are constantly being thrown at us in the fight or flight mechanism to force us to react, to force us to trigger the prefrontal cortex, which is the ego brain. It's the survival mechanism. And that's the prison planet right there, right? It is our outside, I would say, define the prison planet as our outside world, our outside environment, influencing our internal vibration. Once again, I would define, just on a whim, prison planet as us as individuals allowing our external reality, our external environment to influence our internal vibration. That is my definition of a prison planet. So if you really think about our planet being a prison planet, and you think about the definition that I just gave you in being a prison planet, that the whole prison system is the fact that we are made to believe that we have no power because we are always succumbing to the outside world influences, right? So if you really think about the prison planet being within that definition, then right then and there, it's like, oh, okay, cool. So if I feel angry or upset, that's on me? I created that? Okay, then I just won't create that in the next moment. And to be honest, guys, that realization, that moment, that aha of, whoa, I created this? I created all of this? I created all of my suffering, but also all of my triumphs? I did that? That is the realization that dormanted my autoimmune disease being lupus. When I was 18, I don't know if you guys know this, but when I was 18, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease called lupus. And they told me that I had, I don't even know what the percentage was, a pretty good percentage that I was going to be in a wheelchair in about 10 years from then. That was 28. That's 1 year from now. I would be in a wheelchair because of lupus, because of an autoimmune disease. Yeah, I tested positive for all of the ANA blood tests and, the red flags and the capillaries and the fingernails or whatever it was. I tested positive for all of that. I was full-blown lupus at the age of 18. And when I meditated and I was told by my higher self that I allowed that vibration to come into my life, and I actually triggered a predisposition to a genetic disorder that I always had in my system just because my vibration was low, that I did that I let this disease in my body, that was the second that I realized that I didn't have to allow it to stay in my body. In taking responsibility for myself creating a disease, I got rid of the disease. And I hate to say that people who have cancer created it in their body. I hate to say that because that really triggers a lot of people. But I'll say from my own experience, in having a really, it feels like, not violated isn't the right word, but it feels like you are completely powerless. It feels like you are completely, powerless, helpless to a disease that just happened to you, right? That came through your genetics. But in actuality, you are powerful and you let that in. You created that. And upon creating it, you can uncreate it. or create a different reality, okay? It's really important that you guys all understand that you have the keys, you have the ability to program your matrix reality. And that's been proven by quantum physics. It has, it's been proven. Okay? Awesome. All right, I want to talk about collapsing timelines. Like, let's get into it. Collapsing timelines. Oh, I could just talk about this all day, but I'm not going to. Collapsing timelines. So what we have right now, what's happening is, as the vibrational frequency on the planet increases, all of our old stuff coming to the surface is needing to be purged out. That's why an energetic and a physical detox is so needed at this time. Okay, so needed. Okay, that being said, a lot of our old stuff, our old energetic baggage, the stuff that is not serving us anymore, has a lot to do with past lifetimes. Okay, so whether we know it or not, all of this old trauma, all of this old fear, all of these old aches and pains in our body are all coming to the surface. It's because, oh, I have a pain in my left shoulder. It's because you probably got stabbed in the left shoulder in a past lifetime. And that needs to come through in order to release, okay? Collapsing, converging timelines. Collapsing and converging timelines. Now, I also wrote down here that both time and memory no longer exist in the fifth dimension frequency. Now, we're not all shifted into the fifth dimension frequency. We're kind of on this roller coaster ride, especially until 2020. And then pretty much 2020, you guys have all the tools that you need to make a conscious decision based on what vibration you want to be in. High vibrational frequency of love, low vibrational frequency of fear. That is completely up to you. That's not up to me. That's not up to your counselor. That's not up to your boss. That's not up to your wife. It's up to you, okay, at that time. You have to start taking full responsibility and make a decision before 2020 what vibration you want to be in. And in order to make the decision of what vibration you want to be in, you have to stop saying yes to things that no longer serve you. You have to stop saying yes to picking up the phone when your mother calls and she's super negative Nancy or whatever, right? You have to stop saying yes to working overtime for your boss even though you hate your job. You have to stop saying no to things like, hey, do you want to go out to a networking meeting? Hey, do you want to go out for lunch? You have to stop saying no because you feel anxious because you don't want to be around other people. You have to stop limiting yourself, and you have to start saying yes to opportunities that present themselves and no to things that are in the low vibrational energy that no longer serve you. You have to start making a decision. It's not just saying, okay, I say yes to love. Bring it on. It's not about that. It's about a vibration. And once again, back to the beer and kombucha example, it's not about the thing itself. It's not about the choice itself. Let go of the right and wrong. Let go of the Christian guilt that you feel. Let go of what your parents told you was right and wrong. Let go of the education that you've been indoctrinated into. Let go of all of that and discern for yourself what is right or wrong. There is so much projection. There is so much false energy. There's so much false information out there. It is literally the time of fake news. It is literally the time of fake news, okay? And this is the time that we cannot rely on anyone. And I would say, don't even rely on me as a spiritual teacher. If you resonate with me, take what you will and leave the rest, right? It's really important that you figure things out within yourself, not because someone told you to, or told you so, or told you that this is what some spirit guide told them. It's not about that. It's about you and your own resonance and your own discernment. It's really important that you get that. That is unlocking the prison within your own matrix reality. Okay. So time doesn't exist in the fifth dimension frequency because everything is, everything is simultaneous. I mean, we all know that. Hopefully, quantum physics states to us that everything is simultaneous. The past, the present, and the future are all happening right now in the present moment. Therefore, time is speeding up, time is slowing down. I'm missing my own deadlines. I'm stretching things out. I'm speeding things up myself. I bet you everyone on this planet is doing similar or the same thing, okay? So be aware of that. And yeah, okay, good. And then memory. Memory also does not exist. A lot of people are having brain fog. A lot of people are having memory issues. I just want to let you know it's okay to have memory issues. It's okay to have brain fog. It's okay to be in that state of being right now at this time. And the reason why is because we have to let go of the linear idea of memory. Okay, so what did I do last year this time? Okay, so backtrack, okay, reverse engineer, okay, and I did that in June, and then May, and then July, and then August. Okay, now I know what I did. Screw it. You have all the information. Not only do you have all the information and all of the memories that you've ever contained in this entire lifetime, but you have all the information, all the memories, all the knowledge, all the downloads, all the connections, even all the languages and skill sets that you have ever had in any and every past lifetime, including any and every future lifetime. You have access to all of it. And the more and more you rely on a doctor to tell you that you're healthy, or the more and more you rely on a psychic to tell you that you're on the right path, or the more and more that you rely your boss to tell you that you're doing a good job, the more you're giving your power away. It doesn't matter if it's with God or your spirit guides or even a spiritual teacher. It's important that you put yourself right now at the center of your reality, because you are the only one who is in control of your video game. Cool. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. One more thing that I want to mention is really cool, like freaking blew my mind yesterday. So I was channeling for a client, but he's now a really good friend of mine. So I was channeling for a client, but he's now a really good friend of mine. And for whatever reason, well, I know the reason, but and for whatever reason, well, I know the reason, but this past came forward. It came up just randomly. You know, I wasn't looking for it. It just came. And what happened in this past lifetime, it's so wild. It's like, I mean, I look into past lifetimes every day. Yeah, I look into past lifetimes every day, but this one's every day. Yeah, I look into past lifetimes every day, but this one's a really big trip. So this is a Mandela Effect that happened in a past lifetime. And to be honest, like, I guess I was limiting my own understanding of the Mandela Effect to think that because our reality that we know existed collapsed back in 2000, because our reality that we know existed collapsed back in 2012, that no realities ever collapsed back before then. Like, I just think I was limiting myself. But I do believe, just to kind of, once again, kind of reestablish what the Mandela Effect is, all the Mandela Effect is hopping into a parallel reality. All the Mandela Effect is hopping into a parallel reality. We have to realize that in every single moment, we have an infinite amount of parallel realities. In the next moment, I could take a sip of water. In the next moment, I could say, hey. In the next moment, I could say bye. In the next moment, I could, say hey. In the next moment, I could say bye. In the next moment, I could, accidentally knock something over. In the next moment, I could fall off my chair. There's an infinite number of parallel realities. Like, guys, I'm not talking about something super spiritual and super profound. I'm talking about you being at work choosing the blue pen over the black pen. I'm talking about you being at work choosing the blue pen over the black pen just at a subconscious level. That is a parallel reality. In one reality, you chose the black pen, and in another reality, you chose the blue pen. And that's it. We are constantly hopping into parallel realities in every single moment. It doesn't take a psychic. It doesn't take a quantum master in every single moment. It doesn't take a psychic. It doesn't take a quantum master to hop realities. We're doing it all the time. Every choice you ever make in life ever means that you're making a choice in a reality. And that's part of becoming your own God. When you realize that the butterfly effect, you make a choice to sip. When you realize that the butterfly effect, you make a choice to sip your water, and all of a sudden your boss promotes you. Guess what? In a strange way, those are connected for whatever reason, right? So really be aware of that. Okay, so get to the past life. So cool. So in this past lifetime, this was in the 14. So cool. So in this past lifetime, this was in the 1400s. Yeah, maybe 1400s. I don't know. I think a bit like around there. It was kind of like Dark Ages, medieval era, like very colonized in a way. And I was a female in that lifetime, and I had a younger. And I was a female in that lifetime, and I had a younger brother. And for whatever reason, I think war and famine and violence and those kind of things tore our parents apart from us. So it was just me and my younger brother. We were about 6 years apart. So when he was around the age of 5 or 6, we were about 6 years apart. So when he was around the age of 5 or 6, I was around the age of like 13. And so I took care of him. Like, our parents were nowhere to be seen. I took care of him. And this is a friend of mine. That was my younger brother. And so it's really nice. It was such a sweet relationship. I was his sister, but I was also... and so it's really nice. It was such a sweet relationship. I was his sister, but I was also kind of his mother in a way. And then... what was it? I was very spiritual, and I was very gifted, and I could do a lot of channeling, and I could also levitate and do spontaneous healings and those kind of things. And at a certain point in time, I decided to move away. Oh, it was in, I think it was in, yeah, it really looked like, it reminded me of The Sound of Music. Like, I'm a very visual person, so I was like seeing the rolling hills. Like, it felt like it was like seeing the rolling hills. Like, it felt like it was like Sweden, like Switzerland, sorry, or like Germany or something. But, you know, beautiful mountains, rolling hills, grassy, plains, really beautiful. And anyway, and so at a certain point in time, I wanted to get away from really beautiful. And anyway, and so at a certain point in time, I wanted to get away from society. I wanted to live completely off the grid. I wanted to live away from busy cities. And so I moved myself and my younger brother out into this cabin in the middle of absolutely nowhere. Now, at this point, we were older. Like, I was maybe like 25, 26, and he was around like 19, 20. And he said he wanted to go off to the military. And I said, please, whatever you do, do not go off to the military. Oh, thank you, Kevin, so much for the 1111 super chat. Thank you, Kevin, so much for the 1111 super chat. And so I said, please, whatever you do, don't go off to the military. Don't give your life to a country that doesn't care about you. Don't be indoctrinated by the system. And he turns to me and he says, I have to do this. I'm so sorry. I know that you wouldn't approve, but and he says, I have to do this. I'm so sorry. I know that you wouldn't approve, but I have to go, and I have to do this. And so I was so heartbroken. Like, once again, this is my brother, younger brother. I was so heartbroken. I was all alone by this point. He left. I knew in my gut, I just had a bad feeling about it. He was gone for about 6 years. I just had a bad feeling about it. He was gone for about 6 years. He wasn't in battle the entire time, but he was obviously like, at the base or whatever. Like, he was away from me for that time. And so he was gone for about 6 years. 6 years into him being in the military, he ended up dying. He died in battle. And I'm being in the military, he ended up dying. He died in battle. And I knew it. Of course, I knew the second that he passed away in battle, because I was a psychic. He came to visit me. So I'm like, cooking, I'm just putzing around in my little, cabin, whatever, my house, and he floats into the room as his ghost spirit self, and he floats into the room as his ghost spirit self, and he says, sister, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry that I ever left you. Like, you were so right. This was a bad idea. I should have never gone off to war, and now I've passed away, and I can never come back and see you. And I was crushed. I mean, I understood passed away, and I can never come back and see you. And I was crushed. I mean, I understood that death didn't really exist. I still do, but I was crushed. It was heartbroken. I planned for him to come back. I planned for us to once again be reunited and do our little thing. And so I was like lonely and upset and whatever. And so I was like lonely and upset and whatever, but it was fine. I dealt with it. And then about a year and a half after he passed away, and he would talk to me in the spirit realm and whatever, about a year and a half after he passed away, this is so wild. He passed away. This is so wild. Man, it's so emotional. Okay. I wake up, right? Just another day in this shack, off the grid, every day's blending into the next. I wake up, and my brother next. I wake up, and my brother is in the kitchen making us breakfast. And I'm looking around, and the entire house is different. The house is insulated. There's an addition out back. There's a full garden that's blooming. There's an addition out back. There's a full garden that's blooming. We have a cold cellar that I never had before. The cold cellar is filled with these beautiful canned and preserved jams and things. And I'm looking around saying, this is my home, but this is not my home. And I see him saying, this is my home, but this is not my home. And I see him, and I said, you were dead. You died. You went to the military. What happened? Why are you here? I said, you were dead. You died. You went to the military. What happened? Why are you here? And he looks at me and he says, sister, that was 8 years ago. I never went to the military. I never died. I was here. I stayed. I never made that decision. And I'm like, what? You left me. You were gone. You died after 6 years. You came to visit me. I woke up, and here you are. And it wasn't like he just walked in. It wasn't like he just showed up. The entire time, for those 8 years, he had been digging a hole for the cold cellar. He had been making a shed out back for all of our tools. I didn't have any tools, but he had tools. He had hunting equipment. He had all of that, and he created that over 8 years. So part of me, when I flipped into a different parallel reality in that lifetime, back in the 1400s in Switzerland or whatever, wherever we were, right? Part of me was so sad that I actually missed out and forgot the past 7, 8 years of our time together. I missed out on that. I forgot. I wasn't in that reality during that time. So part of me was like, I didn't get to see you build any of this. I didn't get to see any of the memories that we had. But then, of course, the other part of me was so happy that he was back in my life, that he was, I guess that I had flipped over into reality, that he was always in my life. That just happened yesterday. And that should teach you all that no matter Mandela Effect this, Mandela Effect that, hopping into realities here or there, no matter what you believe, things are possible. Anything is possible. And I want to let you all know that I think it was in the matter of 1 week, and this was 3 months ago, 2 months ago maybe a month ago, I don't know, time's weird. In the matter of a week, I had 5 people reach out to me and email me and say, Elizabeth, after I listened to your Mandela Effect podcast, I experienced my own Mandela Effect in my own life. Right? When you understand that something is possible, when you understand that you are so powerful, you can literally flip over into a parallel reality. There is no prison planet. There is absolute freedom. There is absolute liberation. You have the power. And I've said this time and time again. You are psychic. You are a channeler. You are connected. You are constantly receiving messages from the universe. You are constantly receiving messages from your guides, and you're just not fully aware of it all the time. Okay? It's really important that we realize that we are powerful. And the higher the vibration we climb, the easier and easier it is to hop into a parallel reality. And I just want to say that coming up between the time of 2020 and 2024, we are going to have a huge shift on the planet. Our political realm, our economic realm, our education space, our socio-economic realm, our social realm, our social media realm, our technology realm. It's all going to be shifting. And the beautiful thing is that I believe that we have all of the right people, individuals, spiritual masters, cosmic beings, beings who don't even know that they're cosmic beings. They are all planted in all of these institutions all over the world. And they, just like myself, and just like each and every one of you, is ready to awaken the world. We are ready to shift into a new paradigm. But I'll let you know that when each and every one of us is shifting from one reality to another, understanding our own power, that's powerful. But what's really going to be powerful is when the entire planet as a whole shifts into a paradigm, another reality, another vibration, as a collective, together, as a one unity, as a harmony consciousness. We can do that, and we will do that. We are doing that. We are shifting into that conscious reality in every moment. And thank you so much, Jason, for that beautiful super chat. I'm glad that you're resonating with this information. Okay? Here's what happens when we shift into a reality. It's not fun. It's usually not. It's usually not, and it's usually not planned. So if we had an earthquake, if we had a tsunami, if we had a cataclysm that happened to this planet, if we had a cosmic disclosure moment that happened on this planet that shifted all of people, everyone on this planet's realities, guess what we're doing as a collective? We're shifting into another reality. Okay, let me put it this way. Say, for example, you're getting the message that you need to slow down, but you're not listening to the message, and you keep going and going and going and going and going. Okay? You're not listening to the message. Then all of a sudden you get into a freak car accident. It's not your fault, but it still really sucks. And you break your leg. From that cataclysm, from that challenge, from that moment, for the next 6 months, your reality is shifted. Your reality is different. All of a sudden you have a new car. All of a sudden you're in a cast for the next 6 months, or whatever it may be. Your reality is shifted. Most of the time, it takes a very jarring event to happen in your life, and likewise for the entire planet. Okay? It takes one of those events to happen for us to all shift collectively into a new paradigm, into a new reality. And the timeline that I channeled was 2020 to 2024. Everyone, if you haven't already done your work, you're going to go through an ego death. You're going to let go of your old paradigm, your autopilot programming. You have to. You're being forced to let go and shift. The entire planet as a whole is going to be forced to let go of our old paradigms and shift as a collective. The more that you take the time to do the work now, the easier and better it's going to get when you start applying yourself out there in the new world, in the new vibration, in the new energy. Okay? Super important. Awesome. Okay, fantastic. A couple of announcements. Once again, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook. Always great content. This Thursday, I've got Rex Bear and the Leak Project talking about ancient Mayan civilization. Man, guys, I have to tell you, the Greys, the Reptoids, Reptilians, Dracos were all involved in ancient Maya and bringing information and the Mayan calendar and all of that stuff to light. So, wow, we are ever going to be deep diving this Thursday on the Leak Project. Please join my teacher's membership page, $11 a month, every single week, exclusive content, including Q&A, 555, live videos, all of that great stuff. Tai Chi, hopefully every Saturday, definitely having this Saturday, okay, happening this Saturday. And then the last thing is group sessions every week, 2 times a week, every Tuesday, every Sunday. I am doing a live group session channeling 2 of your most pressing questions from the source. It is your time to discover who you really are and what your spirit guides and your higher self have to let you know at this time. That being said, let's do a quick little draw, and I want to say I am hopping on for another live video right after this. Stay tuned. If you've got an extra half an hour, please stay tuned. I am going to be directly channeling the vibration of Mother Gaia and directly channeling the vibration of the Galactic Federation to say, why are the Amazon fires happening? What can we do about it? What is the whole purpose? Is it a purging of the planet? Is there a conspiracy? Is there a conspiracy behind the burning of the Amazon fires? I feel like there is. Let's talk about it. Let's disclose the information. So right after I exit out of this video, I'm hopping back onto YouTube and I'm hopping back onto Facebook for another epic half an hour, 20-minute live video talking about the Amazon rainforest and what we all need to know, okay? before then, let's choose two new winners for this week's draw. It's going to be for a free webinar. So please listen up. If your name is called, you can be a part of this amazing draw by reviewing me on Facebook or Google, and just reviewing, what do you think? Do you like my, vibe? Like really, you don't have to have a session with me to review me. So let's take a look and see who are our lucky manifestation winners today. I've got a little pile here. Okay, one, and yeah, this one feels good. Okay. It's so funny. Out of 400 people, I chose my girlfriend and I've chosen my mom. I'm like, I think it's kind of cheating when I'm connected to their energy because, whatever. I mean, they got free content all day anyway. Probably too much content. They're probably sick and tired of hearing me blab on about all this stuff. Okay, sorry. Oh. Okay, first winner. I don't know if this is a person or if I just kind of threw this in there. I don't even know. Okay. It says love in the light. I'm just going to put it up there. I don't know if you guys can see. It says love. So weird. Love in the light. Love in the light. Love in the light. Is that a person? Are you a person? Or is this a beautiful freaking divine cosmic message from the universe? Love in the light. Okay. So first winner is just the light, I guess. The light is always winning, apparently. All right, second winner, and I actually pulled three. Okay. Candy with a C. Candy Lice. L-I-I-C-E. Candy Lice, congratulations. If you're watching this, if a friend of yours is watching this, please let Candy know because I do need to contact them and give them a free webinar, but it's impossible to go through all of the reviews to find that person. So please, if your name is called. Okay, great. And then from Google, a Google review, we've got Rob Van. Awesome. Rob Van Steensel. There we go. Rob Van Steensel, congratulations. You have been chosen. And please contact me. Awesome, guys. That is all for this video. I love you all so much. I will hop back on and I will see you in 2.2.222 seconds for an epic Amazon video. Bye.